Hey, Mike.
What's up, dude?
Boom. It's another great day.
Another great day, and I was saying, I'm thirsty. Thirsty for what? What do we have here?
One of our favorites.
Classic.
Absolutely. Pale ale, it just doesn't get any better.
I think it was the first real beer that I had
In high
when
school.
I was 21.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 21.
Yes. Mom's watching when I was 21.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right. One memory I have that's pretty strong is, the first house party I ever went to. And someone very cool, cooler than I was, brought in a 6-pack of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale
So
in the
they
bottles.
They have the cheap keg in the back.
Right.
And
They're
have
like, I'm not drinking that stuff.
Yeah.
I brought my own.
Yeah.
And where it was very difficult to get your own
Did
beer.
he give you one?
He didn't. And I was pissed.
That sucks.
but I was like, I want to be like that guy.
That was kind of like your
Like you knew something. You were
Yeah.
in on the secret.
yeah, you're kind of sophisticated.
Right? So cheers
Cheers.
to a great company and delicious pale ale.
Well, I was going to say, if you notice on their packaging,
Yeah.
family owned, operated, and argued over.
Just kind of like us.
Kind of like us.
We don't argue as much as
Not
we
as
used
we
to.
used to. Things are a little more dialed in.
Yeah,
Better team.
as it gets better, we argue less, and but that's part of being family. It's part of being brothers.
But, when we're passionate about something, your opinion, my opinion, it's okay to argue a bit, shake it up a
Well,
bit.
when we argue, and especially over a design, the design gets better every single time.
Exactly.
Speaking of the design,
Yeah.
this box, that image, that illustration.
Well, I want to go back a little bit, actually.
Okay,
We've been working, how many years with Sierra Nevada?
at least a dozen.
Yeah, probably 10
10,
plus, 10,
12
12 years. They're just great. I mean, everything about them. Chico.
I love visiting. They're
Yeah.
fun. You go there, you hang out. They're always having some events, and you do a little tour. Even if we've done it before, it's always nice to kind of check out the back and see the canning line.
Yeah, they have beer camp where they do all the collaboration stuff.
Yeah, those are fun.
Oktoberfest, and they have all that live music. So Chico, they're from there, obviously.
Right.
But then they have another location in
Mills River, North
Mills River.
Carolina, which it's like Disneyland for beer.
100%.
I mean, cool, fun. It has all kinds of they have like that milk truck, and you can pour beers out of.
It's close to the
There's a big
airport, too. So if
stage.
you're in the area,
It's around the corner from the airport.
get your tickets and get there
You have to visit.
a few hours
The
before
food
the
is
airport
insane
and
too.
get
The
there.
food's
Yeah.
incredible.
Food's awesome. The merch is
The
pretty
merch
legit.
is super great, of course.
We first met them, and the majority of the merch was their banner, looking at the brand and looking at, how do you make a brand cooler than just like, hey, do you work there? How do you make it lifestyle driven?
Good point.
So we had, what if we just kind of did more of a hand-drawn,
One color.
one color label? And that was like the first big hit we had with Sierra Nevada. We
Because-
called it handcrafted.
Right. And because it's all hand drawn, just like this crafted pale ale, it also has that
Handmade, hand-drawn.
yes.
It tells that story.
That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. And then when it's that one color, it worked on everything.
Yeah.
Hoodie, sweatshirt, t-shirt, tank top,
So when
a
they came,
hat.
they came to us last year with new packaging. Like, hey, make it a cool T-shirt, but it's got to be elevated so it doesn't seem like it's a giveaway.
For
Nice
sure.
garment. We hand drew. One of our guys hand drew the illustration.
And this one, we actually added the colors.
Yeah, this was full color. It's kind of funny how trends change. People want that heather shirt, one color, simple, which is classic.
And still works, by the way.
And then as time goes on, they want a little more color, a little more action, whatever. But we always print it on the best garments. Water-based ink, so it's super soft. Quality's there, custom hang tag, all that stuff is always dialed.
And the hang tag, we did a can cutout. It's like a punch out, and
Yeah.
it has the illustration, has everything.
Die cut, the whole thing.
Die cut, so you can put it on your guitar case in the back of your truck, whatever.
I mean, they're the one brand that they really trust us on everything we're doing for them. So full cut and sew. I mean, it's something similar to this, but it's like the colors of their beers.
And the buttons say Sierra Nevada, all the
so
trims.
custom jackets, custom flannels. I mean, every detail, the buttons actually say Sierra Nevada. Like every little detail is on there. One cool thing about them too is that being from the 80s, we're kids of the 80s.
Absolutely, yeah.
We like what can we do to kind of design some shirts that look like they were done in the 80s. So we have a couple of designs will pop up, but they're like just really cool. Put it on a ringer. It looks like you found that shirt from an old thrift shop from 1982. That's the kind of cool part. You can tell a story within not just the print or the garment, but the design of it to have that kind of look from the past.
Well, that past look, it's still relevant today. It's still cool. Whether you're 16 or 60, it looks good.
It kind of has that old school nostalgic kind
Just
of vibe.
classic, just like the beer. It's one of those things that never gets old. So one of their Sierra Nevada's biggest hits recently was
Hazy Little Things.
it's delicious.
It's an epic. Well, they actually have 10 different,
Wild little things, hazy little things.
and their packaging is unique. And it's
Bright. It really pops off the shelf. If you go into the grocery store and you see it on the shelf, it makes you go like, wait, what's that one?
they're crushing it, but it's not always easy to put something like this on a T-shirt. This was a little bit easier.
Because you want to check the mountains and the river.
Yeah.
It looks cool. But the
Hazy
hazy
was
thing
a
is
little different.
It's
but
more of like it's a fine line where it could turn into like maybe an employee shirt.
yeah, or too promotional. This one was, let's go big, let's go tie-dye, let's do something unique with the can. So
You drew outside the lines.
Yeah.
You made it bigger than the can. It looks cool. It just brings it all back.
it almost represents like when you
feeling,
shake up
yeah.
a beer and it's going to explode.
Right.
Which has happened before.
Explode with flavor
Yeah, there you
and
go.
deliciousness.
True.
All right. Well,
They're awesome.
cheers to Sierra Nevada.
Cheers.